Welcome back to another episode on the Animal Crossing New Horizons. I am your host, SurvivalMan1, and today we are going to be showing you on how to change your tune and how to change the flag completely from the custom design you have currently, or if you're brand new and you're not sure how to do it. Well, I'm going to show you how to do just that. But first, let me check my mailbox so I can get that flag down. Alright, so I'm going to go through my Lost Woods here. As you can see, there are some designs that I have taken that people have shared. So with that in mind, I am going to be showing you one key factor here. So we're going to go right into this little castle here, and the resident services. Okay, so this flag is what I have. So I'm going to show you how to completely change it. I'm going to do that just for this video. So, and also the tune as well. So, the person you need to talk to is inside. And I'm going to be doing also the gyroids as well. So, keep this in mind. And that will be a complete series on how to get gyroids and how many there are in the game. So, I will explain more on my next video on how many there are. But I will get started on showing you the gyroids alone. So, there you go. Alright, so Isabel is the person you need to talk to. And she's going to explain how this works. So you could also talk about your island evals based off on how many stars you have as a review of your island. So to do that, you need to make sure you have enough decorations, you need to have enough flowers, and plus you need to have enough trees. So I will explain more on how to get a 5-star island, so keep that in mind. I will do that at some point. My island, yes, is a 5-star island. I will show you how to do that once that is in place. So, alright, so you're going to be selecting review island features. Okay? And then it's going to come up with this another dialogue here, this another menu here. Change the island tune and change the island flag. Okay, so those are the two you are going to be doing here. So, island tune is first on the list. So, the island tune I have is basically the Song of Time from The Legend of Zelda, and I'm going to play that here. Okay, so that's the tune I have. Now, you can use this board right here to change any tune, but the maximum for each of these things here. So, this frog right here I am hovering over, this frog is now quiet. So when you play a certain tune, it stays quiet after the note. But this keeps the note playing for depending on how many frogs you have played. And then it just keeps going from the G. As you can see, each letter goes up and each tune gets higher. And when it gets to the question mark, it kind of makes it where it's random. I'm guessing that's random. So, from there, you can make any island tune in any way, shape, or form as long as it's on this board right here. So, I'm going to show you how to change the tune here. But I'm going to take a picture of this, mind you, so that I can change it back to my original tune that I had for my island. Okay? Okay? So, I'm going to make sure I have it all in lines. So you can see here. Okay? We're going to do that. And finally, this letter here. Now, to change the tune, as you can see, I completely changed it up. Completely. Okay? So now, I'm going to change it to in a tune that I always will remember. But keep in mind, when you change the tune, pay attention when you talk to your villagers. And also here, when you, every hour, pay attention to the bell toll that each hour, that when it's, like, say, for example, 9 o'clock, it will ring the tune for you. But if you pay attention to talking to your villagers, the exact same tune you just made will be with your villagers as well. So pay attention to listen to that tune. So I'm going to... Okay? Alright, now the tune I have for here, if you listen very carefully, it's just very simple, something I just thought of just now. Okay, so pay attention and listen to how it sounds. Here it goes. Okay, now once you have completed your tune, you hit the plus button on your controller, and then Isabel, on her note, will give you how she perceives it. So, she will preview the tune for you. And here she goes. Simple enough, right? So she will congratulate you on basically how inspiring the tune that you just made, and she makes it so proud that to call it based on your island name to be home. So now from there, she'll ask you to is there anything else you can help with? Well, we're gonna go back to the island review island features. Okay, now we're gonna go to the island flag. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, keep in mind, the island flag alone is basically, if you have your own custom design and you want to put that on the flag, and then that is your signature flag of your own homemade custom design. So, the design that you have in mind will be only in the Custom Designs app on your Nook phone. So, when you first start, obviously, it could be either this airplane flag or something of that sort that always going to start off with. So, now I'm going to change it where the custom design on the flag is going to be very simple for you guys to actually see here. Okay? Now, I'm going to select one that I made personally myself, which is the one I showed you here, just a second here. I will show you how the flag changes when you leave the building. So you could see that it was before, in the beginning of the video, you could see how different it was. Now, from here, you can end the conversation with Isabel here, and then you can leave the building. Now I'm going to show you the flag. Now, keep in mind, this is not the only flag you're changing. So keep this in mind, okay? So this flag right here is what I changed, okay? Now that is not the only flag that changed. So if you go all the way to the airport, you'll see that the flag here as well has changed, okay? So any custom design you make that is a flag will be changing from this flag and the flag at the resident services to the flag and the custom design you just made and placed. And the island tune, I'm going to talk to one of my villagers here so you can see the difference here. You can see while they're talking, you can hear the tune that you just made. So no matter what villager you're talking to, it's all within the tune. But if you talk to them again, the tune is no longer there, because you already talked to them once. But if you come back out from a building or your house or some sort of building, etc., just like that, the tune will come back on that villager on its own. So keep that in mind. So with that in mind, now I am going to show you the gyroids now as part of the quest on how to find them and how to get them. Okay? So, first up is basically number 1. Check your shores, okay? So, now, the funny as I say is check your shores, okay? Well, here's the funny thing I say that is because sometimes at random, you won't know if you're going to get it or not. You will have to check your shores on the left, bottom, or the right side of your island. And you want to make sure you check every shore that you have on your island. Except the north, considering that is your secret shore on every island. So avoid the north as all possible. So keep that in mind. So when you check your shores, make sure you actually check every nook and cranny you could find that the island features has, so keep that in mind. As you can see, I have different ways of getting to other areas. As you can see, the castle town there, which is kind of a neat little feature that I have here. Okay. If I can't find one, I will tell you the name of it personally, myself. So then that way you would know, okay, we'll pick up this message in a bottle since I made a video based off on those. Alright, so as you can see, the item I seek is not in the shores. So, how to find said item? Well, the item you're looking for is called a gyroid fragment. Okay? That particular item on its own is just pointless to have. Most people would think. You're wrong, actually. However, if you have one in your storage and not sure what you're doing with it, you might want to take those out right now as you are doing this. So, let's go ahead and get something out in my storage in that regard. Okay? I'm going to see if I have, and yes I do, gyroid fragment. So, we're going to take that. Okay, as you can see, I do have some gyroids in here, and I will show you and explain how to get each and every single one, not by color, but there are a lot of them. Okay, the last one I will tell you how to get based off on the series of how to find every single gyroid. So keep this in mind, and this will be a daily thing, but it'll be on the days that I will make videos. So keep this in mind. Alright, so now, the next step, since you have a gyroid fragment in your hands. Now, make sure you have a watering can of any type. It doesn't matter which type you have in mind, what type you have in hand. Make sure you have one in hand. If it's not raining, this is what is needed. Okay? I'm going to deal with that later. Alright, so, make sure you have, let's see here, where is it in my inventory? And it's right here, gyroid fragment. I'm not going to drop it, okay? So first up, you're going to hold your shovel, if you have one, that is. If you're brand new to the game and you don't have a shovel yet, then this video is pointless to you at this point. So, you're going to dig a hole anywhere on your island. It doesn't matter where on your island, as long as you have a hole in front of you. And then, once that happens, put and bury the gyroid fragment in the ground. Now, keep in mind, there's two ways of doing this, especially, okay? Now, if it's in the ground and it's already snowing or raining, doesn't matter which one, if it's snowing or raining, it will give you the cloud, the poof of cloud coming out from the ground. Now, if it's not either raining or snowing for that regard, then you're going to grab the watering can of any type. Me, I personally have the golden watering can. Okay? So you're going to go ahead and water the dig spot. The reason for that, now you're going to leave that there. Okay? Then the next day, when you dig up for fossils and you see this dig spot you just placed, then go ahead and dig it out. You get a gyroid fragment, and it's random, so you won't know which one you're getting. Could be brand new, could be just the ones that you have with colors. So, and yes, you can customize these in any way you want. However, they're kind of limited on colors for each one, so keep that in mind. So, and now for that, I'm going to show you the gyroids that I have currently and the other ways you can get them. Okay? So, I'm going to show you the gyroids I have currently. So let's get something out. And I normally sell these, but I have collected quite a few of them before. And in order to complete the cart, you need to make sure one key factor comes into play. So let's go ahead and go to the Nook Miles Plus if you have Nook Miles Plus, which gives you Nook Miles for days, depending on the type of mini quests for that particular regard. So you're going to go all the way down here. The first time you meet your gyroid, you get a stamp and you get some miles for that. However, next to it is the gyroid getter. So you have to collect different kinds. I have collected more than 20. Okay? I will show you the gyroids in my Nook Shopping app here. Okay? We're going to go ahead and click on the gyroids tab. As you can see, I've got the Illuminoid, the Arthroid, which is basically kind of looking like a dog on its own. I have two different colors, as you can see there. The Babloid, the Bendoid, Bloopoid, kind of reminds me of the Blooper. I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but this is the Boingoid, which is kind of like a spring, if you think about it. The Boomboid is more of a drum on its own. The Bubbloid is more that it blows up bubbles. The Boingoid is just as it sounds, the way it's named. It's like you're hitting a gong. Bong, like you hear from certain places. Well, a Clatteroid, as it sounds, you're clattering things. Crumpleoid, like you're crumpling up a piece of paper. Dutoid, the name suggests is what it does. Doot! Okay? The Drumboid. Now, this is the Boomoid is similar to this, but this one sounds like more like a drum. The Flutteroid is basically it flutters. You can see the difference there. The Jingloid, it sounds like you're hitting the triangle bell thing, whatever you call that. The Laseroid, as the name suggests, it sounds like a laser when it plays. The Oinkoid, it sounds like a pig. The Pedaloid, the name suggests that it opens up the top to make sounds with its pedals as it moves. The Ratloid, you're rattling some sounds from a bass, which is nice. The Ringoid, that's interesting. The Scatteroid. The Springoid. Okay. Squeakoid. Now, the reason why I say that is because it squeaks. Squeezoid. Okay. Stelloid. Thopoid. Stuckoid. Tremoloid. Okay. Twangoid. Wallopoid. Whirrapoid. Or a whirroid is a weird one to say, but it's fun. It's fun to say sometimes. Whistleoid. It's been a xylophone. Okay, so this is a xylophone type gyroid. A xylophoid. Okay. So keep that in mind. The ones I have in hand, I will be doing a complete series on how to collect and find every gyroid in the game known. So keep this in mind. I will have a special station for each and every gyroid in the game. And I will save the last for the best. So, and the reason why I say the last for the best may take some time. So, that's why I say that. Alright. But, I'm going to give you a clue here. Okay? So for starters, we're going to go ahead and place these gyroids in my house. Okay? So that they're not out in the open here. I will have a special room where they're going to be in, because I have that already set up on its own. I'm going to avoid those gold roses, because I'm going to pluck them a little bit after I'm done with this episode here. Okay? So, I'm going to show you how to place them in your house. And this is the only way you can get them to be on the wall and off the floor, naturally to say. Alright, so we're going to go in over here to this room here, and as you can see, my walls are different. I will explain more on how to get to that room. But I would have to do it on a different profile, if that makes sense. Or on a different file that has not been, completed. Okay? So now, since I am in this room, let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's open up our inventory. We have a twangoid. Okay? Each one has their own unique sound. Okay? Okay? We're going to go ahead and place, as you can see, and the sounds you hear is basically what they sound like. Most of you may already know about gyroids, but on this note, there is a couple features that you probably may not know about. If you bring out a radio of sorts, of any type, it don't matter which one, even if you have a crafted one that you made by hand, you can go ahead and go over to and play one particular music, and my favorite. As you can see, that what I'm showing you here is that if you play any music of any kind, it doesn't matter what kind of music you have, it goes along with the music and the beat, which is kind of neat, because it's kind of soothing to listen to them go with the music, which is interesting to think about. Okay, so I'm going to let them do their thing while I leave my house. As you can see there, I have some glow-in-the-dark stickers and a custom design there, as you can see there. Okay? So, with that regard, yes, so if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode about gyroids on Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I will show you, and I will tell you how many there are to collect. Okay? But I'll give you one clue of what the last one will be. Okay? I'll give you a clue here before we end off the session here. Okay? I'll give you one clue. And you'll be seeing this clue quite a bit to kind of give you a hint where the last one might be. Okay? Okay? And to end it off on a good note, oh, look who's inside here. Who is this? Wilbur. Nice. Nice to see you. Alright. Alright, 200 bells? Absolutely. Sounds good to me. Yes, sir. I would love nothing more to have a cup of coffee. Honestly, cup of coffee to me sounds kind of good right about now. What do you say? Mm-hmm. Yeesh! What are you trying to do? Burn my tongue? Look at this. 176.37 degrees. Man! What are you? Trying to burn my tongue? Good grief. That's a little too much. I would not even have it that hot. Good grief. Yikes, that's scary. Ugh. Tell you what, that's scary. Now, that is clue. That is the clue I'm giving you here, okay? So keep this in mind, okay? If you see me doing this on each of the gyroid hunt, you will know where the last one might be. Okay? Keep that in mind. Alright. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and also subscribe for more of these series of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm your host, Survival Man 1, and I will catch you guys in the next episode about gyroids and how many there are. So see you then. Peace.